Good morning, Collective Kids,
and welcome to Sundays with Ziggy. I'm Abby.
I'm Margaret.
And this is Ziggy.
Abby, I have a cool idea for this week.
Okay.
I love making stories. Like, I just love it.
Yeah.
In school, I had to write a story, and I won. It was great. Anyways, so I was thinking that we could do like a I say something, you say something, and create a story together.
Yeah.
And then maybe later we can make like pictures for it or something. I think that would be cool.
Yeah,
so the rule is you can only say 3 words, and then it's the next person's. Okay. So we'll go like 5 or 6 times each, and hopefully come up with some cool adventure.
Yeah.
Would you like to go first?
I will go first.
3 words to start our story.
Okay, I will do once upon a. Once upon a. That's
Once upon a. Okay, my 3. So your once upon a time there were
3 little princesses.
Those princesses liked
Gardening, baking, and
jousting.
okay, twist.
Jousting they went. Oh wait, no. Yes.
Battled the
ogre across the
pond. And then
they went home
and baked some
cookies for grandma. The end. Wow, that was actually really good. Ogres and
Ogres across
jousting.
the pond.
Woo! I mean, Shrek. That I don't know. That's
Yeah.
the first thing that came into my head when you said ant.
that's quite the
So, anyways, ogres are very hardworking. Did you know that? I don't know if you noticed.
that.
Shrek always had a clean house. There was no garbage anywhere. I mean, obviously he's a smelly ogre,
You
but
say that.
he's hardworking.
Yeah.
But that reminds me, our story today tells a story about a hardworking insect to show us something important. Yeah. So let's check it out.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Luke, chapter 12, verses 13 through 21.
Everywhere Jesus went, large crowds followed him. Some really wanted to learn and change. Some were just curious. Others, like the religious leaders, listened to Jesus' words so they could trap him with tricky questions. But there were some people who just wanted Jesus to back them up, to tell them that their way was the right way. One of these was a man, we'll call him Ezra.
Teacher! Hey! Teacher!
Ezra's demand was loud enough that everyone stopped talking to look at him.
Are you gonna let me through or what?
Ezra shoved through the crowd, dragging another man behind him, his brother.
Teacher, you've got to tell my brother here that he has to divide the family property with me.
Ezra's brother looked like he wanted to sink straight into the ground. Jesus turned to Ezra.
Friend, who made me judge or umpire between you?
People listen to you. I thought you could, just settle this. Tell my brother I'm right.
Watch out. Be on your guard against wanting to have more and more things. Life is not made up of how much a person has.
That is not what I asked.
Jesus didn't argue with the man. Instead, he told a story, a parable. If he had told this story today, it might sound just a little something like this. There once was a rich man whose field grew a fantastic crop of grain. Perhaps it was corn. His manager brought him the good news.
Sir, we're set to bring in a bumper harvest of cobs and kernels.
Yes! Go me!
Oh, well, your employees did an excellent job of preparing the fields.
Go me!
And there was a lot of sunshine.
Go me!
And just the right amount of rain.
Go me!
Yes, go you.
Harvest the crop at once!
Well, we're working on that. There's just a little problem.
Problem? Who messed up? Fire them at once!
Oh, no. It's a good problem. You don't have enough barn space to store all your grain.
Huh. I'm just too successful. Go me.
Well, I was thinking you could share some of the grain.
Share it.
Well, yes. Some extra bushels for your employees, maybe give some of it away, popcorn for all the kids in town, hold a cornbread festival for everyone.
But it's all mine.
Oh, yes, it is.
I know. I'll tear down my barns and build bigger ones. Then I can store up all the extra grain for myself.
Oh.
See to it. I want those new barns up by the time the corn harvest is in.
Yes, sir.
The old barns were torn down and brand new, bigger barns were built.
Perfection. Is the corn harvest complete?
Yes, sir. All finished.
Excellent. Have the men store it all in these new barns immediately.
But they're so tired.
I said immediately.
Yes, sir.
At last, the rich man's entire corn crop was stored in his shiny new barns. He settled back in a comfy deck chair and surveyed his property as the sun set.
Go me! Self, you've done pretty well for yourself. You got grain stored away for a lot of years to come.
He popped a gourmet corn chip into his mouth.
Self, take it easy. Eat, drink, and live it up.
You foolish man.
The rich man nearly choked on his chip.
Excuse me?
The rich man looked around, but he could see no one. He was entirely alone.
Oh, great. Is this supposed to be some God moment where I discover what I've been doing wrong?
That's exactly what it was.
You foolish man. Tonight I will take your life away from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself?
Could we come up with a different ending to this story?
But there was no way out for the rich man. He had chosen to focus only on what he could keep for himself. Jesus wrapped up his parable by explaining,
That is how it will be for whoever stores things away for themselves, but is not rich in the sight of God.
We don't know how Ezra responded, but maybe, just maybe, he started worrying less about getting more of his family's stuff. Maybe he started to care a little more about sharing what he did have with his brother.
That was a good story. It always reminds me of like the song, "The Ants Go Marching One by One." I don't know why. These things just come to
I love
me.
how they had ants in the story.
Right?
Great.
Ants. Who would have thought? Like the smallest little insect. But they can weigh, or they can weigh. They can carry things that are like 8 times their weight.
That's very impressive.
I could lift that much. I could lift a train or something. Okay, I'm not that. Anyways, so yeah, God created the ants to work and take responsibility to store food. He gave them the responsibility to take care of themselves and to store up food for the winter. We all have a job to do. My job is to take care of Elliot. I love my job. That's the job that he entrusted me to. And I think that's pretty cool that he trusts us with some pretty amazing jobs. Not only caring for each other, but ourselves and the things around us, like the ants.
Yeah. Okay.
Good story.
That was a great story. Well, guys, we love you and we miss you, and we hope to see you soon. Enjoy your Sunday, and we will
Catch you on the flip side.